Welcome to this next episode of On and Off the Track. I'm Charlie.
And I'm Colton from All Things Motor.
Yep. And we are here to do this next part of our F1 Basics series.
Part 2.
Part 2.
I was absent last time, so I'm back.
Yeah.
Everybody loves me. Yes.
They do. And today we're going over flags in Formula 1.
Let's start with the intro on why flags still matter in a digital era.
Yeah. So despite Formula 1 being the most technologically advanced racing series of the world, okay, flags remain the fundamental language between race control and drivers. The governing body responsible for these flags and rules is, pardon my awful whatever language this is.
It's
I think it's
FIA.
Italian.
It's the
It's
FIA.
It's the FIA.
It's
Federation Internationale de
Automobile. Yes, so I don't know in F1. I know in NASCAR they have flags, definitely flags, but they have screens all around the track.
They also have those on some
know
tracks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was assuming.
the flags are displayed by trackside marshals at marshal posts, and there's normally a lot of marshal posts to track.
In NASCAR, there's only one.
Yeah.
It's where the finish line is.
Yeah.
And
every driver must acknowledge them, even if they don't hear their engineer over radio, because the engineer will also explain
what the situation is.
Yeah, that there's a flag in what sector. And modern F1 supplements flags with dashboard warning lights, LED panels around the circuit, and GPS delta systems.
But why, Charlie, does the flag itself still legally binding?
That's because radios can fail, screens can glitch, and flags are instant visual communication.
Failure to obey a flag is considered a major sporting and safety violation.
All right, so let's start running through these flags. So there's first the green flag, which means that the track is clear and racing conditions are normal.
Or, in NASCAR, start of the race.
Yeah.
But F1, it's lights out.
Yeah.
When it is deployed, green flags appear in several situations. One, they start of practice sessions, because they don't do lights out in practice session.
No,
right?
they don't. Because you can leave whenever you want.
2, start of qualifying. 3, after a yellow flag. 4, after a safety car period. Or 5, after debris or accidents are cleaned.
Yep. And during a race restart, the green flag waves simultaneously with the safety car lights with the 5 red lights going out.
Yep. Driver responsibilities during a green flag. Drivers may return to full racing speed, overtake again, and resume normal racing lines.
Yep, so they often accelerate aggressively at the green flag to gain positions. And that's at safety car restarts also, because drivers behind will, try to push right up the line to, gain that advantage over their rival that's in front of them.
Yep. Strategic implications. Green flag restarts are prime overtaking moments because cars are tightly packed and they get clumped up together instead of being spread out. So it gives a very good advantage to people lesser in the lineup. Tires have cooled during caution periods, and drivers try to surprise their competitors.
Yep. This is why restarts after safety cars are often some of the most exciting moments in racing.
The yellow flag.
Yep.
The yellow flag is the most common flag in Formula 1, tied with the green flag.
Yep.
Because it's deployed the same, because they would be both deployed. It indicates danger ahead, and however, there are 2 different severities. A single yellow flag. It is a single waved yellow, means that there is a hazard near or beside the track.
Yep. So some examples include a car stopped off track, if you watched Australia, when Isaac Hadjar stopped off track, I believe it was a single yellow, not a double.
Well, yeah, because double, we'll get to that in a minute.
And small debris on the track or a minor spin by a competitor.
Driver obligations. Drivers must reduce speed. Be prepared to change direction and not overtake. Even if the driver ahead is very slow, overtaking is forbidden.
Unless they are a car that's stopped. Obviously,
yes,
you can overtake them. So some penalties. Ignoring a single yellow flag usually results in a 5-second or 10-second penalty.
Or grid penalties in qualifying.
Yeah, if you do that during qualifying. Race control determines these violations using GPS telemetry and onboard footage.
Double yellow flag, meaning a serious hazard, be prepared to stop. So this is normally on track and is a much severe warning.
Yeah, double yellows are used when a car is stopped off a racing line, marshals are working off a track, a major crash has occurred, or there's major debris.
Drivers must slow significantly.
Yep.
Driver responsibilities here. Drivers must lift off the throttle. They must be ready to stop completely and avoid overtaking.
Yep. And the FIA monitors sector delta times to confirm drivers slowed down.
Some famous penalties is many drivers have lost grid positions after failing to slow sufficiently. My bad. After double yellows during qualifying. This has happened to several drivers, including Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, during different seasons, because they are very aggressive drivers.
Yep. So the red flag, this is also one of the commoner ones.
Yeah,
than the other ones will explain.
Because this is more like barrier damage, track blockages. So if, say you have a tire barrier on a road course, if a driver hits the tire barrier and the tires come out of the barrier.
Well, normally in F1 on road courses, they're metal barriers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking of NASCAR.
Yeah.
NASCAR has tire
Although
barriers.
sometimes there are tire barriers.
Because I was
going to
say, I
watched
watched a race with tire. Anyhow, red flag, the meaning is that the red flag immediately stops the session or race, and when it happens, the circuit is considered unsafe for racing.
Yep. So some reasons that this could be deployed is like very severe crashes. Think back to 2021 Silverstone, where Zhou Guan Yu, pardon my Chinese, spun out and hit the barriers. That was a lot of G's. I don't remember the exact number. But
yeah.
He was spinning on his head.
Oh, wow. Oh,
the car was upside down.
Yeah, he was upside down. I did watch that. Barrier damage, like I was saying, track blockages, dangerous weather conditions. So this happens a lot in NASCAR where it starts raining, and because if it's just lightly raining, they'll put wets on. They'll have a yellow flag. Everybody will get wets on. It's a rule, so it becomes less dangerous. Or if it's severely raining, they'll delay the race.
Yeah, you see, in Formula 1, they only, red flag a race for weather if it's, tornado coming or hurricane coming.
Yeah.
Like, that severe.
But F1 is more, because NASCAR, you're driving a brick versus a plane.
Yeah.
And also, NASCAR, the tracks are slicked on, they're slicked.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, so that you can get more grip, and so if you slide it, you don't just, one back tire catches and you start doing a death spin.
Dang. So when a red flag is displayed, drivers must slow immediately, stop overtaking, return to the pit lane, and follow race control instructions.
In races, drivers must maintain the running order when the red flag is shown.
So, if Max Verstappen's P1 and Norris is P2, then that's how it'll be of a restart.
Yep. Strategic impact. Red flags can dramatically alter races. Teams are allowed to change tires, repair damage, adjust setups in some circumstances, and this effectively creates a free pit stop opportunity.
Yeah. So some ways you can really win and really get screwed over by this is if you pit the lap before a red flag, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Because everybody else that you were trying to undercut on, which go watch our video on the strategy of Formula 1 because we explain all this. The undercut just stops because everybody gets a free pit stop.
Yeah. So this was what Team McLaren tried, right? Was it Team McLaren or Team Ferrari that tried this strategy last race in F1? They
stayed out during the virtual safety car. They tried to get an overcut.
They were hoping. Yeah, they were hoping for one further down the road. Yeah.
So it was Mercedes that pitted.
Mercedes. Yeah. Okay. The historical impact. We said this. The 2001 Abu Dhabi. 2021. Sorry. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The race became controversial due to safety car procedures after affecting the championship battle between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen.
Yeah, that was a race where the FIA only let the cars between Lewis and Max pass. Lewis was leading. Max was down in, I think, 7th. And Lewis would have won the championship. But then it was like last lap of the race. They let all the cars between Lewis and Max overtake to unlap themselves under safety car. Because that's another thing you can do under safety car. You can unlap yourself. But they only let the cars between Lewis and Max, bunching them up. So that let Max go ahead and overtake Lewis.
So the blue flag, its meaning is the blue flag warns a driver that a faster car is approaching to lap them. So that means you're supposed to get out of the way.
Yes. So why do blue flags exist? So Formula 1 cars can have a massive speed difference depending on strategy and pace. Without blue flags, slower cars could unfairly block race leaders.
This happens a lot in like the 24-hour races because there's two cars. Sometimes there's one car is just way behind the other from
there's no 24-hour races.
I wasn't talking about F1. I was just talking about 24-hour. Like, say we're in Les Mans. You're a BMW and you're trying to stop Corvette.
Yeah.
Your first BMW driver spun out in the first 3 hours of the race.
I've seen this, yeah.
Yeah, so that BMW driver tries to just block the Corvette driver from overtaking its other.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyhow, why blue flags exist? You already went over that. Sorry.
Yeah. So a lapped driver must move aside and allow the faster car to pass and do so within seeing free marshal posts, which would show them free blue flags.
Failure to obey blue flags can result in 5-second time penalty or drive-through penalty, which means you go through the pits once, right?
Yes, but you're not allowed to stop.
Yep. Drivers often receive radio messages like blue flags, let them through.
Yep. And some strategy implications is that back markers can indirectly influence races by delaying leaders. Sometimes drivers intentionally try to cost their rivals time before letting them pass, like waiting until that third marshal post to let them pass.
Or even if they know they're screwed over, they'll just get the 5-second penalty or the drive-through.
Yeah. Sometimes there's some money under the table there when they do that.
That's true. Let's move on to the white flag. The meaning is the white flag warns drivers that a slow vehicle is on the track ahead. Typical causes is when a damaged damaged car is limping back to the pits. It'd be bad if a driver was damaged and limping to the pits.
Yeah. A service vehicle is out on track, or a driver is moving slowly due to mechanical problems. So we saw, I think there were white flags Monaco last year when I think it was Gasly was limping back to the pits with 3 wheels on his car. And that ended up with the pit lane being closed because he stopped in the middle of the pit lane due to having no brakes.
Yeah. Driver behaviors. Drivers should be cautious, expect unexpected speed differences, and overtaking is allowed but must be done safely.
Yes. So the black and white flag. This is essentially an unofficial warning for unsportsmanlike driving. It is shown with the driver's number.
It's reason it is shown: excessive weaving, track limits abuse, aggressive defending, or dangerous driving behavior.
Yep. If the driver continues the behavior, a penalty will likely follow.
This is like a yellow card in soccer.
Yes. It doesn't mean anything currently, but if you keep it up, it'll mean something.
So, you keep going.
All right. So the black flag. The black flag means immediate disqualification from a race. It is one of the most severe penalties in F1.
Think of it as a red card in soccer, if we're just staying on soccer analogy. So reasons for the black flag can be dangerous driving, ignored penalties, technical violations, or repeated rule breaking.
Like if you could just keep doing track limits.
Yeah. Driver obligations. Drivers must return to pit lane immediately and retire from the race.
Yes. One of the most famous black flag incidents involved Michael Schumacher of a 1994 British Grand Prix. He ignored earlier penalties before eventually being disqualified.
So black flag, with orange circle, is called the meatball flag.
Yes.
And this flag indicates a car's mechanical damage that can be dangerous. The orange circle resembles a meatball, which is why fans call it the meatball flag.
Yep. So some examples of damage. Race control may display this flag if a car has loose bodywork, a broken front wing, tire damage, or fluid leaks.
The driver must pit immediately to repair the car. If teams failed to fix the problem, the car may or has to be retired from the race.
Yes. So the yellow and red striped flag. The meaning is that this flag warns drivers that track grip is reduced.
Causes like oil spills or coolant leaks, or gravel is dragged onto the circuit from a spin-out, or rain creates slippery sections.
Yep. So the driver response is that they should adjust braking points, avoid sudden throttle inputs, and use smoother steering inputs. This flag is particularly necessary in high-speed corners.
And finally, the checkered flag. It's the end of a race or session. This is what you see. If you just look up racing, you'll see cars and a checkered flag.
Yep.
And this happens after drivers either complete a cool down lap and return to
Park Ferme.
Or the finishing order is determined when cars cross the line under the checkered flag.
That's what happens after
Yes.
checkered flag is deployed. So the checkered pattern dates back to early motorsport and horse racing, where officials needed a highly visible signal to indicate the finish. In Formula One, the flags may look simple, just pieces of colored cloth, but they control the entire sport. They protect drivers, shape race strategy, and sometimes they even decide championships.
Thank you for watching this episode of On and Off the Track. If you want to see me in my channel with Charlie, go check it out. It's at All Things Motor. Link will be down in the description.
Yep.
I thank you for watching this. Have a great day. Go watch some more of his videos. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.